This is the Weightlifting Geek, the intersection of technology and technique, and the home of the Geek Squad. Alright y'all, we're doing something different. And let me explain. You know that we want our channel to grow and to be able to do new things, different things. We don't want to be stuck in a small box. So we are trying to venture into the mukbang community, venture into the gardening community, and the automotive community, some of these other communities, and meet new people. And one of our family members, who I have come to call Miss Mukbang, is Tay Eats. Now, I have been begging Tay Eats to challenge me in a mukbang. And I watch every video, I wait until the end, and it's like, my name didn't get called. Would you believe that the one time that I thought I watched to the end, but I must have fallen asleep, I was challenged. So I want to say thank you, Tay. I also want to apologize for being a little bit late. You know, we operate on CP time over here, so you know, we doing our thing. Tay mentioned it to me a couple days ago. It's probably been about 4 or 5 days. So I had to get some things together so I could go ahead and do this challenge. So the original challenge came from the Real Lady Red ASMR. So please do me a favor, go to the Real Lady Red ASMR's channel, drop her a like, drop her a follow, let her know that the Geek sent you. And while you're reaching out to new content creators, if you have not already connected with Tay Eats, please do so. At the time of this video, she is at 832 family members. She is working her way to 1K, and it is going to happen quickly. The last time I looked, she was at 750, so she is growing quickly. She's making great content. We did the Scorpion Hot Wing live stream, so she was there in person to watch me die. It was a great live stream. I'll put a link to that live stream right there. Boop, boop, boop. But please go drop her a follow, drop her a like, let her know that we are wanting to help her grow to reach her goals. So, in classic Tay Eats fashion, we have another challenge. I hope I did that right, Tay. That's the best I got. So this challenge is at the movies. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to eat and name 5 of your favorite movies and talk about the one that you like the most. So we have some popcorn on deck. You gotta have the popcorn. It's just a classic. It's a classic movie thing. You gotta have popcorn. We got some candy, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't really care what kind of candy it is. I'm not super picky, but I need some candy when I go to the movie theater. So, we want some candy. We want some gummy worms. Again, I'm one of those people, I'm not super picky. Popcorn, candy, some type of soda. Today we got Sunkist. And of course, you gotta have some chocolate. Whether that's Raisinets, Twix, or take the candy bar, you gotta have some type of chocolate. And so, my favorite movies are kind of gonna be a little bit out of the ordinary for what you may think about the Weightlifting Geek. But at heart, I got a big heart. That's just the way I am. So these are my 5 favorite movies, and then we're gonna talk about the one that I like the most. So starting at number 5 is 50 First Dates. It's a movie with Adam Sandler, and the whole premise behind it is his wife has like amnesia or something like that, so every day he has to make her fall in love with him again. Super dope concept. Love the video, love the movie, and it's one of my classics that I watch at times. Coming in at number 4, because we did 5. Coming in at number 4 is Hitch. Hitch is a movie with Will Smith, and I love that movie because as dudes we're dumb. You know, we don't pick up on stuff, we miss stuff, whatever the case may be. But the whole premise behind that movie is that he helps men to be able to be smart enough to not do something dumb. And I just love that movie. It's a great movie to me. Will Smith is a great actor. So that is number 4. Now, number 3 of my favorite movies also has Will Smith in it, and that is I Am Legend. You know, I like that movie, I Am Legend, because of what he has to do to survive. He comes up with a system, he knows what needs to be done, and eventually he's able to survive and help other people to get to freedom. You know, I love that movie because what would we do if we were in his situation? There was literally nobody to depend on. Are we strong enough mentally? We have enough heart to do what needs to be done in order to survive. So the concept behind that movie is super cool. As you can tell, Will Smith is one of my favorite actors. 2 of the movies that are on this list feature Will Smith. So, we covered number 3, which was Hitch. We had 50 First Dates. Then we had Hitch, which was number 4. So now, number 3 was I Am Legend. We just talked about that. Top 2. So, coming in at number 2 is Coach Carter. Now, I love Coach Carter because in that movie, there's some life lessons that are dropped. You know what I mean? My favorite quote from that movie is our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate, but our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Each and every one of us have the ability to do special things. That's why every day on our lunchtime live stream, we end it by saying, you are amazing. There is nobody like you, and nobody can do what you do. So the only thing left to do is to do it. And I love that quote from Coach Carter because it's the same thing. Now, I could have got up here and I could have made up some other movies and things that I thought would have been acceptable for the weightlifting geek. But no, I'll be me. I'm gonna be me because I know that I am powerful beyond measure being myself. So I'm not afraid to let my hair down, so to speak. So that is number 2. Now, I just kind of wanted to give you a synopsis about the movies and the reasons why I like them. Now, my favorite movie and the one that we are really going to discuss, my favorite movie coming in at number 1 is Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington. Now, that is my favorite movie because to me, it takes Coach Carter to a whole nother level. There's so many quotes from that movie. And there's so many things that happen in that movie that are just real life lessons. For instance, don't be afraid to be different. There is nothing wrong with being different. And that's what I love about the movie. Uh-oh. The little man's coming in. We get some popcorn. So,
Hello.
that is what I love about that movie. Remember the Titans. Because the whole premise behind it is desegregation. Everybody's used to doing things their way, the way that they want. But desegregation forces everybody to come together. And sometimes it's difficult to come together because of our differences. But we can overcome those differences. And when we get down to it, we are all the same. We may look at things differently, but we can be different and be united. So I love that movie. For instance, one of my favorite quotes, "Welcome to my life, Yost." At that time, Coach Yost, who was white, his daughter had gone to Denzel Washington's house, who was black. And for some reason, that particular day, somebody decided to throw a rock through Denzel Washington's neighborhood, or through his house, his window. So we're having this whole conversation, at the school, and Yost is telling him that maybe if he would be more calm, if he wouldn't attract things to him, there wouldn't be these issues that he's going through. And Denzel Washington looks at Coach Yost and he says, "Welcome to my life, Yost." And I thought it was such a good quote because oftentimes it doesn't matter who we are, what we look like, or what makes us different. We can simply be at the right place at the wrong time. Well, this is a huge life lesson. Now, one of the other lessons is they're dealing with desegregation. Now, remember the Titans is a football-based movie. The whole thing is about this team that comes together. Desegregation forces these two schools to come together. And that particular school ends up with a winning record on their football team. So the whole premise behind this is football. So the captain, formerly for the white team, Gary Bashir, he comes and he's talking to one of the other guys who's the captain for the black team, talking about how he needs to get his guys better and he needs to do this and he needs to do that. And the black guy looks at Bertier and he says, "Well, why should I do that when you know that your guys don't block for the quarterback with a plug nickel? I'm gonna do mine, I'm gonna get mine, and I'm gonna be okay." Because it's the attitude that most of us have. And we're gonna do what we gotta do for us, and then everybody else will just be okay with whatever's left over. So Bashir looks at him and he says, "That's not right." He says, "That's not fair." Let me look up the characters. Julius Campbell, that's who it was. Julius Campbell, played by Wood Harris. And what I loved about the video in the movie was that when Campbell said something to Bashir about it and told him what was going on, Bashir's like, "Well, that's not right. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do, period. Because every time you don't do what's right, you leave somebody out to dry, me in particular." And Campbell looks at Bertier and says, "Attitude reflects leadership, Captain." Bashir was the captain. If you're gonna be a captain and you know something's wrong, don't come at me because I'm not doing something right. Come at everybody equally. And the very next practice was a practice where Bashir got on his buddies because they weren't doing what was right. Campbell noticed it. And it was the beginning of them coming together. They had issues moving forward. There was all kinds of things that happened. But the storyline behind it is so great. So that is my favorite movie. I have it on DVD. It's in the living room. I watched it on the Amazon Prime, you name it. And the reason why I wanted to share that movie, and the reason why that's my favorite movie, is because there's nothing wrong with being who you are. Some of the things that I like, and some of the parts about me, may not fit the stereotype of what I should be, or how I should feel, or how I should think. But I've got to be me. I've got to be true to myself. Because if I'm not true to myself, how can I help others? If I don't help myself first, if I'm not good with me, I can't help somebody else. So I want to thank Tay for this privilege to be able to kind of get to know the geek a little bit better based on our movie selection and the things that we like. And I just want everybody to embrace yourself. There is nothing wrong with being you. We don't have to fit into stereotypes. We don't have to fit into little neat boxes because you're this and you're this and you're this and you're this. No, I can be all of those things. There's nothing wrong with me being me. So I wanted to just kind of talk about the movie a little bit and of course eat some snacks. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me, how we went over this, and how we discussed it. And now is a time for me to pick 3 people that I want to challenge. And so, the 3 people that I want to challenge, let me make sure that the people that I'm challenging aren't people that Tay has already challenged. So, okay, so, I don't know if Ace Eats has been challenged, but I want to challenge Ace Eats. I'm getting to know her content as a mukbang creator, and she's really good at what she does. So, I'm going to challenge her. And I don't know if Kay's Quick Bites has been challenged, but that's my other buddy, another great mukbang content creator. She was recently sick. She's starting to feel better. So I'm going to challenge her to that. Kay Eats, Ace Eats, Kay's Quick Bites, and who else? And somebody that I can challenge. I wanted to see who, trying to see, there's another content creator. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pick one more mukbang content creator. I'm gonna have to go back through my list. I thought that, okay, let me see if I can find someone real quick. So I am wanting to make this video because I promised Tay that I was gonna make the video. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then the other person that I'm gonna tag is Cooking with Sherrissa. Now she's another great content creator. She does a lot of cooking, so I'm interested to see how she's gonna do. So that's who we're gonna tag. We're gonna tag Ace Eats, we're gonna tag Kay's Quick Bites, and we're gonna tag Cooking with Sherrissa. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope that you like my video selections, my movie selections. And you know how we do here. Despite it all, we have to do some motivation. So that was why I wanted to break down why I like Remember the Titans, why I like Coach Carter. And remember that quote, we're powerful beyond measure. We hold ourselves back because we're afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. You can be yourself. As the phrase goes, don't dim your light just because you want someone else to shine. You can shine as brightly as the sun and it still be okay. Don't hold back. Be yourself, because that is what is important. So I want to say thank you to everyone that's here. I want to say thank you to everyone in the chat as we watch this premiere together on Wednesday. I want to say thank you again to Tay. I want to say thank you to the Real Lady Red ASMR. I'm looking forward to get to know your content even more. And on that note, as we always end, you are amazing. There is no one like you. No one can do what you do. So the only thing left for you to do is to do it and be successful. How can we do that? Stay strong, stay positive, stay active. Geek Squad! We'll talk to you soon.